welcome back to the farm. I'm so excited that you're here joining me today. If you're new, I'm Nina. I am a homesteading, homeschooling mom of 4, ages 8 all the way down to 3, and I am also married to Daniel. And here on my channel, we talk all about homemaking, homeschooling, and homesteading. Today we are continuing our Decluttering This House series, and we have moved to our laundry room / office. So we are going to clean this out and get it organized and get it back in working order because this is our dumping ground. So stay tuned and follow along. If there's any one place in our house that is a dumping ground, it is our entryway and laundry room. So this is the area that we're tackling now. So I'm going to give you a before. So this is coming off the back of our house, and we have kind of like this, I don't know, it's kind of like a half hexagon shape with the back door in it. And we have the benches here. Everyday boots and shoes that they wear every day are supposed to be tucked up underneath the benches. There's one for Daniel and I, and then there's one for the kids. We have Bibles that they've dropped coming in from church, and then we have the clothes coat rack there. So this area just gets really cluttered really quickly. And then this is our laundry room. It's where we, of course, do our laundry. And it's also our utility room, storage room. All the cleaning supplies live in here. We have our stock pots and food processing stuff is all up there on the top. Pool supplies, like I said, cleaning supplies. And then off of our laundry room is our office. So we have our deep freezer in here for our pork and filing cabinet for files. And then a very cluttered, messy desk area with some shelving up there. And it's just all a big, huge cluttered mess. So inside the cabinets, I have basically just kind of thrown things up there that we may or may not need. I don't know. And then we have office supplies in these cabinets, mailing supplies, that type thing in there. So I'm going to go through all of this. I have no idea if I will be able to get it all done today, but we're going to start on it, go through the drawers. This is kind of where our junk drawer is, and see if I can, or it's turned into junk drawers, not just one junk drawer, and see if I can get a lot of the stuff cleaned out, put back in the house where it's supposed to be, and so it's more functional and somebody can actually come in here and sit and do some work. Because this, when Daniel's working from home, this is usually where he's at. He's in the office with the door shut, and as we're upstairs doing schoolwork. So again, just another look at our laundry, and I am going to do a separate video on our laundry system once I get all this cleaned up and taken care of, and the dog gets fed in here. So it's just a multi-purpose room that gets cluttered very quickly because it is one of the smaller rooms in the house, and a lot of things go on in this room or are stored in this room. So let's get to it. So as I just get started here, of course I could have picked a better day when I didn't have a mound of laundry to do. So I'm just throwing in some laundry, trying to clean up the floor as I go about, pushing the drawers back in, folding some laundry and getting it put away before I can really get in there and start decluttering. I'm starting here on the shelves by just kind of going through all of our cleaning supplies, getting rid of things that are old, or things that we just don't use anymore because we may not have certain products that those cleaning supplies go for. I had a ton of dishcloths I was going to go through and get rid of those and pare down. Also combining bottle-like things into different bottles so that we don't have multiple bottles, especially if they're half used. So I was just kind of going through doing that, taking everything out, and then putting it back in a more organized fashion. Moving on to our cabinet where all of our paper goods are. I was just trying to get all this, like putting a puzzle together whenever you start taking things out, getting rid of things and putting them back up, and then having to find things throughout the house that need to go back in those closets. disappeared too. I had inherited some baking supplies from my grandmother, so I was trying to get all those to fit on the cabinets, and just trying to get the puzzle to go back together. This cabinet is where we store our vacuum cleaner and paper, like toilet paper and paper towels. Just trying to better organize that. I was using bins. You'll see me go grab some tubs and stuff, but I was trying to use bins that we had throughout the house without having to go and purchase something else. With it being behind closed doors, I didn't really care what it looked like. So here I'm moving to the part that is always a mess. We usually will like clean out the car or just random things throughout the house that we have no idea where to go usually end up in this room. So I'm just having to go through a bunch of boxes and bags that we had there from cleaning out the car and just different places, and going and putting them back in the rooms that they belong in. And of course we have tons of egg cartons because we have chickens, and so having a place to store those is always difficult so that they are not going everywhere. And then I'm starting on the desk area, so just again going through stuff, picking up all the paper, first getting rid of all the trash, and then just kind of going through paper, stacking it up, and anything that needed my attention, I was just putting in a place in my to-file bin so that I could go back through it and file it later. And as you see, I have my handy dandy helper there that's never more than a couple of feet away from me. He always keeps me company when I am cleaning. And yeah, standing on a chair is probably not the best thing to do. I realize that. Don't try that at home. We just shoved a bunch of the stuff up here on these shelves whenever we moved. So I'm just trying to go through and make them look a little bit nicer, just so we feel more inspired in the space when we come in here and work. And again, these drawers are a mess. This is where all of our junk ends up in our house. So just kind of going through that and getting it all cleaned out and organized and ready to go. All right, here is a finished look at our back entryway and our laundry room. So this is our area that gets the most like dumping of just stuff. When we come in the back door, these benches usually are filled with shoes and coats and papers, mail, anything that just comes in from outside. So I'm trying to be really intentional about making sure we have areas for all of that stuff to go in. So our work boots, farm boots are going to be slid up underneath the benches. We have the adults here and the kids will go there. And then a place for our coats and hats there. And then I think I've seen this before, but this is our like message center. The dog stuff goes there. Any reminders or anything that we have will hang up there. Somebody left a roadie out. All right, and then into our laundry room. This, like I said, is where we do the most dumping of our stuff that just kind of gets thrown. If somebody's coming over last minute and we needed to get rid of stuff, that's just gonna go in here and hang out. And I'll kind of talk to you a little bit about our laundry system, but I plan on doing a whole nother video about that. So I went through all of these cabinets and kind of cleared out, I'll show them to you real quick. Cleared out, so this is our cleaning supplies. That is our stuff for making laundry soap, iron, dishcloths, cleaning cloths, that type thing. And then this cabinet is all like our paper and plastic silverware for when we have guests come over. We have garden seeds are in here. They were in the barn, but we moved them in here because they need to be in a more temperature controlled place. Then looks like somebody fell in the bubbles. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. So then all of our outside sunscreen, bug repellent, bubbles, pool things are all there, and then I have some cake decorating things there on the top. Up here in this cabinet is all of our pool and hot tub supplies and chemicals, and then we just have some hardware and light bulbs stuff are in there. So I went through and got rid of anything that was old, things that we don't use. And along the top is all of our food preservation supplies, big stock pots, cannon pots, huge bowls, our grinder and dehydrator. I need to return that to my mom. And sausage stuffers and stuff like this. And this cabinet is our food saver. And right there is where our paper towels live. As you can tell, we are not the hoarders of the paper towels this year. I need to get some of those. I meant to put those in my grocery order and I forgot. And then in this cabinet is where our toilet paper, we're also not hoarders of toilet paper, where our toilet paper hangs out, and then our rainbow and the supplies attachments to the rainbow are in this basket. So that's just what's in those cabinets. This is our laundry area, as you cannot tell. We hang things across there that are going to be taken to rooms. Each kid has a basket. Their clothes, when I fold them, go into that. Then my husband's clothes just sit here. This system right here is new. This is our shoes and socks. I was so tired of searching the house looking for shoes every time we needed to leave, and I was like, that was the number one thing that nobody could find whenever we were ready to go was, where are your shoes? I don't know. Where are your socks? I don't know, can't find them. So I moved them all to the laundry room. We already had this shelf. I painted it, and Daniel was able to cut it down so that it slid right up underneath this shelf for me. And I found these bins on Amazon. I'll link them below if anybody's interested. And then these were matching like drawer organizers that I just had a big one. And those are dirty. I put a smaller one inside of a big one so that we could have big kid, little kid, big kid, little kid. So this is the girls' shoes and socks here, and this is the boys' shoes and socks here. So all of their shoes are to be in this bin. So we decluttered their shoes, so they have a set of church shoes, they have a pair of tennis shoes. Summertime they would have sandals or flip-flops, and then they also have a pair of play shoes and muck boots. So the play shoes and muck boots do not go in these bins. They stay up underneath the benches out there in the entryway. This is like our jeans and towels basket there, and then this is the basket that they use to go collect clothes from the rooms. And so as you can see, some kids, instead of walking it all the way back to the room, have just thrown it into the basket that goes from laundry that needs to be folded. We have the dog's food and water bowl there. Deep freezer for pork. Our filing system, I went through that and cleaned out a ton of files that we didn't need, because I'm sure, as you know, you don't have to keep anything longer than like 7-8 years or so. So I went through and cleaned everything out that did not need to be hanging out in there. We sell eggs. There's our egg cartons. Then this is our office area. I went through and just cleaned off a lot of our desk space. It always gets cluttered. This feels a whole lot better whenever it's cleaned off and organized. And then I went through and also cleaned out our cabinets and organized them. As you will notice from the before, I took a lot of the books down and got rid of them if we didn't need them. They were like Bible study books, and then put the other books into the library where they should go. So this is just my 2-file bin. So I hope to be able to keep up on kind of a monthly basis of going through all that and filing our stuff. Here's just some different things of catalogs and information that I need to keep on hand.
some office supplies are there, and then up there on the top is like our technology bin, different cords and wires and stuff that we need for cameras and TVs and that type of stuff live up there. And then in this cabinet is more supplies. We have our budget notebooks that we like to keep on hand just so we can kind of look back and see where we've come. More office supplies all through here, and mailing supplies up there on the top. And then up there on the very top is where I keep boxes for mailing out, because I do sell books from time to time, and so I'll always be needing boxes to ship stuff in. So these drawers down here is just kind of random paper, is mostly what's in all of this is paper. It is kind of annoying that these drawers are so shallow because I need to fit stuff. I would like them to be a little bit deeper, but you know, I'm not gonna fuss about that. That's kind of like the random miscellaneous, not quite sure what to do with the drawer. Organize this, put some little drawer organizers in so that we could keep track of what's in this drawer. And if we don't really have a junk drawer in our kitchen, but if we had a junk drawer, it would be these series of 3 drawers right here. So it's just tape, matches, furniture, pads, toothpicks, batteries, leftover hardware, and then this bottom drawer is any tools, flashlights, gloves, some miscellaneous farm stuff that we need to know where is at.
Alright guys, thank you so much for tagging along today as I decluttered our laundry room / office. Like I said, this is where we throw everything whenever we come in the door. It's right off the back door, and so this place can get messy in a flash. So I hope that this series has inspired you to do a little decluttering in your house and has helped you. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. That is always helpful and lets us know that you like this kind of content. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell notification so that you will know when we put out new videos.